today we'll be making an adorable ruffle poofy fall deco mesh wreath. What you will need, I have a 14-inch wreath ring, 6-inch wide deco mesh in green and yellow, and scissors. Alright, let's get started. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do is unravel 2 of my rolls. I have yellow and green, and I'm going to overlap them. You can go with 2 of the same color. Sometimes I make the entire wreath the same, but I wanted to do a couple of different colors just to make it look more fall and festive. So I'm going to curl it to a nice little point. Place the mesh on the inner ring, just like this, and tie it in a knot. Just like that. And then you can cut the excess mesh or tuck it away. I usually just, like, once I start making my wreath, I just tuck it away because it's not going to be visible. Alright, and then I'm going to push the mesh and make a loop on the innermost space. And then the same on the next space. And I'm going to try and make them as uniform as possible. They don't have to be the exact same, but just as close as you can get them. And on my third space, just like this. And I'm going to scrunch, twist it a couple of times, and then come back to my first space and repeat the same steps. I'm going to make 3 loops. So as you can see, there are now 6 loops in this one section. So now you have a couple of options. You could scrunch it one more time and add more loops to this same section. Sometimes I do that, but since I did double up on my mesh, I'm going to just leave 2 rows of loops. So 1 row and 2 rows of loops instead of adding in a 3rd row of loops, because once I separate the mesh, it'll look fuller and poofier. 4 rows of mesh is enough for 2 rows in each section. If you want more, then you need to make sure you have additional mesh on hand. Alright, so we're going to twist it again a couple of times. Just make sure your mesh doesn't get tangled. And I'm going to repeat the same steps, but I'm in the next section. Make 3 loops, just like before. Scrunch, twist, and back to your first section. Alright, I'm going to continue going, and I'll show you how to tie off and restart the mesh once we run out of these 2 rolls. I'm coming to the end of my rolls, so I'm just going to cut them off of the roll. Okay, so I was able to get 2 more loops in, and I'm just going to twist my mesh. Twist, twist, twist. Then I'm going to tie it in a knot around the ring so that it's stable and it doesn't just slip through the space. Just like so. And don't worry, once the rest of the wreath is done, this part won't be visible, but you could cut away the excess if you choose to do so. Then we're going to take 2 more rolls. We're going to layer them the same. If you want, you could switch up the colors. And I'm going to tie a knot right where we left off. Just like so. And then just continue on. So we have 2 loops. I just need one final loop in this row, and then I'm going to start a new row. So it continues on. I'm just going to cut away the excess mesh, but I'm going to leave enough to tie it into a knot. So I'm going to twist, twist, twist. I'm going to come and kind of push the mesh aside and tie it in a knot right here around the ring, just to make sure it's nice and secure. And then I just kind of took away the excess, and this is what it's looking like. So cute and poofy. You can leave it like this, or you can separate the layers. I like to separate the layers just because I feel like it makes it even poofier, but whichever way you prefer. I'm going to go around and kind of separate the mesh. And I like that you can see both colors, and it makes it kind of blend a little bit better, and it just looks really cute. But again, either way you prefer. And you are all done. So cute, simple, and easy to make. Modify the colors, the style, add in any additional embellishments you prefer. You can definitely add in some leaves or flowers or pumpkins. You can add an adorable sign to the center. Sometimes I add additional embellishments. Sometimes I add a sign to the center, and sometimes I just kind of leave it as is. This time I think it's so cute and precious. I'm just going to leave it as is because it's so adorable already. But definitely have fun with it and make it your own.